Rumors are that allegedly Dr. Wendy Osefo and attorney nnekaihim are in a all-out war with one another. What's going on? Who's currently winning the fight? And what does Giselle have to do with it? I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly Dr. Wendy Osefo and newbie attorney nnekaihim are in an all-out war with one another. What's going on, and who is currently winning the fight, and what does Giselle have to do with it? Well, I have some new information that may answer all those questions and more, and here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly there is a new nasty fight happening behind the scenes with fan favorite Dr. Wendy Osefo and newbie attorney nnekaihim. The source elaborated. This season is turning out to be another breakout season for Wendy as she commands additional respect from newbie nnekaihim. The source continued. Rumors are that M, who was originally believed to be a friend of Wendy's, may have joined the cast via another cast member, something that allegedly rubbed Wendy the wrong way. Think about it like this, said the source. It's the same dynamic Wendy and Karen experienced when Wendy's had her first season on the show, but reversed. Everyone was so sure that Wendy and Nneka were going to hit it off immediately. However, it wasn't the case. Nneka allegedly threw major shade at Wendy upon her arrival. Shade so bad that Wendy's frenemy, Mia Thornton, had to come to Wendy's defense. So the question is, why is there bad blood between the two Nigerian queens already? And what does Giselle have to do with it? Well, an industry insider said, Wendy can thank Giselle for the beef between her and Nneka. Allegedly, before the season started, Giselle planted fake info in Nneka's ear, painting the picture that she was brought on the show to replace Wendy. This setup, said the source, had Nneka feeling that she had to enter the group strong, asserting her dominance and presence in the group in order to get the producer's attention. So, what happened? The insider elaborated. Wendy, and in particular Mia, saw right through it and joined forces to shut Nneka down, ended the source. The first fight between the two was nasty. Allegedly, Nneka tried to discredit Wendy and her husband's many accomplishments, even insinuating Wendy was a fraud of a successful, powerful, working businesswoman. That's why over the last couple of months, we saw Wendy and her team elevating Wendy's image and brand with high-profile appearances, events, and meetings with DC's most powerful people. Wendy and her team are smart, said the source. They have learned the reality TV show game really fast. Another source with direct knowledge about the drama said, by highlighting Wendy's major influence in DC and Potomac, she helps to elevate the show and Bravo as a whole. She becomes then irreplaceable and a major asset, something that Giselle hates. That's why she's trying to pit Wendy and Nneka against each other. She simply hates powerful women. For her part, Nneka is playing right into Giselle's hands. Her attacks on Wendy have been hurtful and downright mean-spirited, something Wendy does not deserve, said the source, especially after the way she welcomed Nneka into the friend group with open arms. Now, kinfolk, that's a lot of information regarding newbie attorney nnekaihim and Dr. Wendy Osefo. But we are going to hop right into this rumor and dissect which parts I think could be factual and which parts of this rumor I think can be not so factual. And the first part of this rumor that I'm super surprised about is this. I was just 100% sure when we got the background on attorney Nnekaihim that she was going to come on the show as a friend of Wendy's. But my sources are saying that the way things may be edited in this new season, it may look like that she has been brought on the show through a different cast member, and many people are saying that that cast member may be no other than Ashley. Now, how they're going to make that connection, I'm not sure. Sources say Ashley and Nneka are the same age, so they probably maybe have run in the same circle at some point. But as we know with this reality TV show game goes, sometimes the women maybe have 1 degree of separation, 2 degrees of separation, even 3, 4, 5, 6 degrees of separation. But they just need one thing to bring them together and make them appear as friends in order to make them work in the friend dynamic, or at least give them an entrance into the friend dynamic that makes sense. But with that being said, I just am so disappointed that Nneka and Wendy are falling out, because I thought Nneka was going to be Wendy's backup along with Kandi. I mean, we went through pretty much 2 whole seasons where Wendy only had Kandi for backing, and then you had Giselle, who normally and typically had Ashley, typically had Robin, and last season even had Charisse. So with that being said, it is a little bit disappointing that Wendy and Nneka are allegedly fighting, and fighting bad, because I think if they were together, they would be a power team. Now, kinfolk, it's another part of this rumor that I'm just absolutely no surprised about, and is this. Rumors are that allegedly Giselle has a hand in this plan to pit Wendy and Nneka against each other. And I'm not surprised because her plans have become very predictable in the past couple of seasons. And it seems as if she is not changing up for this new season. I guess for Giselle, she's saying, why change a formula that's been working? The other thing about this is I'm glad that Wendy is very smart. My sources are saying that the reason why Wendy has had a lot of successful seasons in overcoming the BS is because she is just very intelligent and she sees right through it. Sources say that even at one point there was an issue with production on Wendy, because with this reality TV show game, sometimes you have to suspend logic and reality in order to make scenes and certain drama that may be a little bit scripted work. And with Wendy, it was just so hard for her to do that because, 1, she's a very truthful and honest person. 2, she is just a little bit too real for a lot of BS. And 3, she just calls it like it is. So I was told that allegedly in Wendy's first couple of seasons, it was very a point of contingency between her and producers, because she never really played ball with a lot of the BS that, they were trying to swing her way in order to make reality TV show magic. But kinfolk, is another part of this rumor that I do hope comes into fruition or comes into reality for Wendy and even Nneka, and it's this. Now, if you are to believe this rumor, of course, it's all alleged information at this point. But if you are to believe it that that Wendy is seeing straight through Giselle's plan, I can only hope that Nneka also sees through Giselle's plan and changes or switches up teams before it's too late. Hopefully, she can use Mia as an example of how being on the wrong team just simply hurts your brand and your viability on the with the cast and on the show. Nneka's very smart. I hope she's not too fame hungry. And a part of me thinks she may be if she allows allegedly Giselle to get in her ear and let her know or make her think that Wendy is her number one nemesis. Now, I think both of them are Nigerian and both of them are very successful. But I don't hate the fact that they think they have to be enemies or go up against each other as if there can only be one Nigerian successful businesswoman or woman on the show. That's very unfortunate for them to be able to see it like that. But I hope that, eventually they can work through all the drama and the BS. Also, my sources are telling me that behind the scenes, this season, we are seeing Wendy really try to take a back seat to the drama, but it's just simply the fact they just would not, leave Wendy alone. And the funny thing that my sources are saying that the very thing that that the cast members, or at least some cast members, dislike about Wendy is only brought out when they try to attack her, and that is her confidence. My sources are telling me that this season Wendy's confidence is on level 10, and rightfully so. And a lot of ladies are finding it increasingly difficult to really get up under her skin or to really make reality TV show drama with her. So my sources are saying that is why they are allegedly enlisting Nneka to do the work, because this is a woman who, on paper, they feel like Wendy may be intimidated by. But it just proves, and for my sources are saying, that this has not been the case as of yet. Now, kinfolk, the last part of this rumor that I do find very interesting, and I hope that Wendy is not buying into it, is this. Sources were saying that Nneka, the attorney Nnekaihim, was brought on the show to allegedly replace Wendy. Now, my sources are saying that rumor is kind of loosely accurate, but not too accurate. It more so boils down to allegedly producers are trying Nneka out in order to see if she's going to be a friend of the show or actual peach holder. Now, for my sources are saying that it's not necessarily Wendy who they want Nneka to replace, but it may actually be Robin, which I could actually see. Because on paper, Nneka, just like Wendy, fits and checks off all the boxes for a Real Housewives cast member. But, however, the part of this rumor that I hope that Wendy is not buying into is this whole lie that Nneka is being brought on to replace her. Because it could be a setup. Not to get into Nneka's head, but to get into Wendy's head. And to have her acting out of character and attacking Nneka and making it seem as if she's the aggressor and not Nneka. And then that opens a door for the likes of Giselle and Robin and even Ashley to say, aha, you see, Wendy is a bully. She's not a nice person. She's a mean girl, and she is not very open to newbies coming in because she feels intimidated. So, with that being said, knowing that rumor is loosely going on behind the scenes with production with some of the cast members, I only hope that Wendy is not allowing that to infiltrate her mind and her thinking, and I hope that she's able to continue to keep this very calm and even-tempered level of confidence to prove to the ladies, especially Nneka, that she is worthy of her spot on the show and that she can hold her own. And I think that's very evident by the way we've been looking at Miss Dr. Wendy Osefo's Instagram lately. She shows us time and time again, like the sources are saying, that she is a DC Potomac power player. Someone who actually elevates the Real Housewives brands and franchise across the board, but definitely elevates the Real Housewives of Potomac franchise. So with that being said, I think there's a lot to say. That has a lot to say about Wendy's staying power, and I hope that she understands that and doesn't give in to these very petty and very half-baked schemes that Giselle, Robin, and even Ashley come up with to come against her. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that attorney Nnekaihim was brought on the show to replace Wendy? Or do you believe the rumors that allegedly that's just a lie set up by Giselle to get inside of Nneka and Wendy's head? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.